I'm so privileged to have my good home girl, Miss Daphne Wayans, calling in. What's up, Daphne?
Hey, how are you?
Very good. How you doing?
I'm well, thank you.
All right, man. You sound very chipper over there.
Yeah, that's me. We're over here.
Is
I'm
that
sorry
you?
I couldn't make it into the studio. That would have been much more fun.
I know, man. I know. Next time, right?
Yeah, of course.
Well, I'm over here talking about Valentine's Day activities. Well, where do you think brothers be going wrong?
Where do I think they go wrong, for holidays or just love inspiration?
Well, let's start with for
I mean,
Valentine's
not Halloween.
Day.
Did I say Halloween? I meant Valentine's Day. Kind of the same thing.
For Valentine's, yeah, it is kind of.
Yeah.
Valentine's Day.
I don't really know what they do. I kind of am like not like, it's cool if I celebrate it, but I'm not married to it. I like to be romantic in life. So I'm kind of worn out by Valentine's Day.
So if nobody brought up Valentine's Day, you wouldn't care?
No, I don't care. I kind of live my life in that space.
Oh, what, you always getting shot by arrows?
Exactly. Hit with Cupid every day. I'm like, whoa, I feel busy.
Oh, you'd be like, damn, more roses, damn.
More roses? Oh, a box of chocolate?
Oh.
It's only Saturday. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of live my life in that space if anyone follows me and gets to see in a fun and romantic way. So
Really?
I don't wait for the any holidays because they all kind of bug me. But if you don't, it's a good opportunity to do that. So where do men go wrong? I think men just aren't that good at it, so they're kind of looking for, I think where they go wrong is to not do it every day. Because if you live in the space of romance and love, then you don't have to prepare for the holiday.
Oh,
So that's kind of where they go wrong, firstly.
Oh, okay, so if you live in it, you're
kind of off the hook.
If you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready, right?
If you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. So listen for the cues, and if you do all the other stuff, you kind of get a pass on. That's why I'm in this situation. You kind of get a pass on the holiday when it comes around, and prices are elevated, and you have to scramble. Usually, people who are scrambling to get ready for Valentine's Day aren't living in the space.
Oh, okay. Dang.
But I guess it's kind of a fun opportunity to make a big splash, but it's kind of ridiculous to go crazy and spend a ton of money just for that day.
Right.
To make an impression every day.
Right. How about that, party people?
So that's kind of the first place I think they go wrong. And then women don't always make it that easy. Maybe sometimes they want men to guess what it is or know the right thing to do.
Oh, man, the guessing, man. That guessing game is the worst ever.
Yeah, that's not cool. But then men try and use it. They try and use every holiday as a opportunity for sex at the end.
Well, look, once again, if you ain't having sex all year long, a nigga gonna want some on the holidays.
I think there's a song called Birthday Sex. I thought it was birthday cake. Now it's sex.
Yeah, exactly. I want to say my gift, goddammit. Give me
Right.
But if you do it every day or all throughout the year, it's less pressure on Valentine's Day.
Less pressure and really more of the gift, right?
Yeah, how about that?
Yeah, you get more of the gift if you do it the rest of the year, but if you wait to just that one time.
True. That is very true.
Yeah, so I feel like they are compliant because of that. It just keeps their households nice and happy or peaceful. But where they go wrong is when guys have a couple girlfriends that they're trying to juggle, that's always funny.
Oh, yeah, because who gets the actual night of, and who gets the day of, and who gets the next night?
Yeah, right. Well, exactly. Who gets the morning? Everyone's kind of vying for the nighttime space.
Right.
The last appointment. I remember one time I was really young, but I had this family member who had a couple girlfriends, and I saw the gift they both got, and so I was watching the lesser of the two get her gift, and she was so happy, and I muttered under my breath, she got a ring.
Ooh.
And I almost got my ass tore up for that.
For even saying it?
Because he just heard me say, what did you say? Because her face was like, what? And she said, he said, what did you say? And by his tone, I knew I was in trouble, but I saw that one got a ring and one got a sweater.
Ah, the sweater!
Yes.
Baby, you've been looking a little cold lately. I thought you'd like this sweater.
Yes. I mean, she was happy, but she didn't know. One, she didn't know there was anyone else.
Right.
But he got a fucking ring.
And let alone know the other person got a ring out of the deal. Oh,
Right.
succotash.
Yes, succotash.
Now, people will make these moves throughout the day. I'm serious. Like, hey, you know, I want to get together with you on Valentine's Day for brunch and shit.
Right. They try to
On a
make their
weekday.
rounds. Or they'll just send out a bunch of flowers. That's always easy.
Ah, that is true.
And then they're sick. And if they're working, they're working. You know, especially.
True.
So, yeah, if you are juggling women, or they just establish early on, like kind of after New Year's. I don't even do that. I don't do Valentine's Day. Every day is Valentine's for you.
If you establish it and you about that life, I think I'm down with it. If you can hold it up, but that's a heavy weight to hold, man, being about that Valentine's Day all year long, man.
Well, it's not, because you just do it in smaller doses, like come home with some flowers. They're cheaper the rest of the time, and it's a surprise, and she wasn't expecting it. It's kind of the expecting it, I think, is really obnoxious. Because it's really, when you look at the Valentine's Day section of anything, it's really geared towards women. Like, what about men? Should women not express that to men?
Niggas don't want Valentine's Day.
They
What's
just
our
want
day?
Valentine's sex. So again, it's all
right.
it's all a means to an end. But
well,
yeah,
you know what's even iller though? Men want Valentine's Day sex, but what they really want is for the woman to want Valentine's Day sex. That's the ultimate payoff.
Well, they know a gift kind of guarantees that, even if it's just obligatory.
Really?
They do kind of feel like, especially if you're the last date of the night and you got the gift, like, you don't think that's it.
Hey, look, I know I just got you a sweater, but it's 11:30 p.m.
Right, it's 11:30.
And I ain't going nowhere else.
Exactly.
That matters, man, I guess, right?
Yeah.
I think, let me tell you what, man, I think you hit a good point, man. Guys feel like, I don't know, I have no Valentine's Day expectations whatsoever, except that I'm going to be expected to do something.
Oh, wow, right.
That's the expectation.
That's the expectation.
I don't think that I'm going to be getting any items. You ain't got to buy me nothing. No special outfit.
You don't think you're getting a box of chocolate?
No. Mm-mm.
Yeah, I kind of like getting my kids something.
I'd rather have chocolate thighs.
Chocolate thighs! Oh, I want to make those so bad. Hint, hint. The guy with the wink.
Yeah, right.
He gives the big chocolate penis cake.
Anybody hungry?
Sex art cake, right? Bite this, blow this.
Yeah. Try on these edible panties, honey.
Right.
They look like they're your size.
That's all she gets.
That's just like the dude that buys the little the little tool belt or whatever for his wife.
Oh God, no, not him. Or I think women try to use that as an opportunity for a future thing.
Really? Oh wait, what do you mean?
I don't know, like if you really do a big, sexy holiday, because, when you look at, what is it? Anything that's kind of advertising for things to buy for the holiday, for Valentine's Day, they have a lot of, sex paraphernalia. toys and things like that for a woman to create like a very sexy night for men. So clearly that's like where men are trying to end up, right?
Damn, but damn, I don't know. I don't think I've ever ended up there. It might have them items and
They're
shit.
trying to end up at a sexy night, right?
What do you mean a sexy night? Like some
I don't
candles
know,
or
it's
shit?
like toys and things like that.
What kind of toys? What toys?
Sex toys. I saw like creams and massage oils and things like that.
Oh, creams, you said?
Creams, massage oils. What else did they have?
Massage
I saw this
oil.
on a.
That means somebody's hand's about to be hurting.
No, there's this really exclusive daily deal site, and they had something like romantic couples massage, something like that.
Really? Well, how's that work? Like you both do it at the same time or something?
You do it at the same time, so it's two different people. But I don't know why it's so coupley. You're just sitting next to each other.
How can you do a massage at the same time? I guess you could like do a hug and just keep rubbing and shit.
No, you're on two different. You're on two different massage beds, and then you have two different masseuses.
Oh, I thought you meant you do yourself. I'm like, damn, I'm gonna put some shit on my hand and just rub you up and down. You gotta be butt naked. Face me, honey. Now let me get your back.
No, not at all.
Hey, look, was that one of the first like sexual excuses niggas used to hit you with? When, like, hey, would you like a massage? Yeah, would you like?
No, I didn't ever have a couples massage because I didn't get it.
Really?
Like, I don't want to watch
not a couples massage. No, not a couple
man.
massage. I'm like I'm gonna massage you.
Oh yeah, the guys try to use that.
Yeah.
Oh, you want me to give you a massage?
Dang, something wrong with your neck? I can see it. You ain't really standing straight.
Oh man, come here.
Lay down.
Come here. Yeah. That's very easy. Low hanging fruit right there.
Oh, that's low hanging fruit.
Yeah.
The ladies be like, I know what you're doing, MiKE.
Yeah, but it's just a game instead of being kind of straightforward about it. But I think, that's the first place that men kind of go wrong, and the kind of tacit agreement on Valentine's Day is that the man is really supposed to be, the one kind of giving the surprise or the gift to the woman.
Right. It is set up that way, right?
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's not said, but it's implied.
Right.
That's the implication, that you have to get her a gift. You have to get her something.
You know what I hate? I hate these do-gooder motherfuckers who are like really good at that shit. Niggas know how to buy.
Who?
There's guys out there, man. I call them steak daddies, man. They always take you out to dinner. They get you some flowers. They're very thoughtful, and they take you out, and they make you feel special, and they get you perfume.
But look at that.
And then
That's
you get
so
around a
easy.
regular guy, and he be like, "Man, what the hell? You got expectations, girl."
I mean, there's only so much you can do. So there's like dinner, a movie. It just depends on what level you're at with the person, right? So if you're just new.
Oh, you're saying like there's not a lot of options out there?
Well, I mean, how much are you gonna do?
How
far are you gonna go?
Somebody might want to take you kickboxing and shit.
Well, you can propose. I like her. How about jumping out of a plane?
Yeah.
Let's die together.
Let's go fishing, baby.
A fun night of bowling. That actually would be so
No,
funny
bowling
to
is
me.
more realistic.
Right. Yes. But, it depends. Are you guys just meeting each other? The people that had sex on Valentine's Day, guess when their babies are born? About.
Thanksgiving?
Yep.
Damn.
So there are a lot of people whose birthdays are on Thanksgiving, and those are potentially Valentine's Day babies.
Dang.
So a woman could, if she charts her ovulation, she could get a baby for Valentine's Day and be thankful
Right.
for it.
God
Get
damn
that
it.
2-in-1 for the next 18 years.
Listen, I don't need any roses. I don't need any food. I don't need anything. Just come over.
Yeah, so be wary of the last, if you have a couple situations, be wary of the one at the end.
Yeah. Yeah. You best beware.
Yes, best beware. So, yes, I think there are some guys who are really good at it, but also I kind of feel like a little bummed out if someone only does it for Valentine's Day. If you're only doing it on Valentine's Day, that kind of sucks.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Do you let them know?
Well, I kind of let it be known early that I don't,
Like nigga, it's Tuesday, man. Where you been? Where you at?
Right. Don't just show up with it then, because I feel like it's kind of very premeditated, and I'm not into it.
Oh, anything that's Oh, so you into more the spontaneous activities?
Well, no. Like, I want to live in the space of, like, this is what we do, and, that every day is an opportunity to be loving.
Well, let's talk about that. Let's talk about love.
Okay.
I have some lots of listeners here that could use a little bit of advice and understanding on love.
Okay.
And since you're a woman who seems to love.
Yes, I am. I kind of live in that space.
Really?
Like
Do you consider yourself loving?
Yep. I feel like what else matters?
Wow, what else matters? Dang.
So I kind of start at that place. A lot of people started, after the basics, in the space of dating, romance, and marriage. I kind of, once I'm attracted, I kind of start at, do I love you? Can I love you? And I love very openly and freely. A lot of people aren't really willing to do that because they're guarding some piece. So then, is it really love?
Oh, if you're guarding?
Yeah.
Facts, man. And I think that's the thing that gets in the way the most is this idea that if I let go and freely love, that it's going to hurt me in some kind of way.
It is going to hurt, but in order to get you have to take the biggest risk to get the best feeling.
Right. You got.
Otherwise, it's kind of a game. But a lot of people, that's what happens.
It is a game, right? It is.
It is a game if you're not just open, freely, honestly, transparently loving.
Doesn't it hurt you more to fake it than to just love?
Well, it's just phony. Everything hurts to fake everything.
Oh.
Obviously, everything isn't for everyone, but faking anything at this point is weak.
It's just weak sauce.
It's just weak. It's super weak. Like, okay, it's corny, it's weak. Why'd you come this far to only get this far?
Right.
Who came to this part of life and is still faking it?
I know, man. It's like your best feeling that you could have is to be all the way in, I would think.
Yeah, but it does open you up to the risk of it being painful. But then it's like only breathing halfway, at half-mast or something,
Yeah, exactly.
Half of a breath instead of a full, deep breath.
That's right. It's like, I'm not going to leave this tequila alone just because I might get a hangover.
Right. Right. I don't know if that's quite it, but yeah.
I got to roll with it. Right, man.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I'm kind of all or nothing. And I'm not really love always wins.
That's beautiful. You know what? This year I'm really into like inspiration. What inspires people and stuff like that. Do you feel like you can be inspired or inspire your mate?
Absolutely. That's one of the things I always want to be is a muse to my mate. And inspire everything, because the piece that women are really missing, especially these big, powerful women that are competing with men, is you can actually get him to move a mountain if you inspire him to do it. Not order him to do it, not boss him around, not belittle him, none of that.
Yeah, you know what? The way you ask really matters, man.
It does.
It's like a man will move a mountain. Like, to me,
yep. Love and kindness, just a loving and kindly way of doing things with anyone. Really.
Because at the end of the day, men just want to know that you need them. You know what I mean? That I need you.
Very simple wants and needs.
Right. And that you're valuable. Right.
They want to see you smile, that you're happy,
mm-hmm.
that they're doing it right. They don't come, Men will be the first to tell you, sorry, I'm cooking a little bit, that they don't come with a rule book on how to do this stuff.
No.
And sometimes women think he should just know. Why?
Because they know. Because they've been practicing with their little Barbie and Ken doll set since the 4th grade, man.
Exactly.
Since 4 years old.
It's really not fair. There aren't a lot of examples of how to do it. And there are a lot of things that they say, it should be this or it should be that. It shouldn't be. Everyone has to make up their own rules. I mean, there's, the basics. But
right. Everybody should have their own rules. Exactly.
Yeah. Apart from that, you have to find out what works for you.
Man, I tell you what, like, it definitely sounds better if someone says, hey, can you go get the groceries? That's like a nice thing to say, like, hey, there's your groceries. You're going to be eating some too. Go get them motherfuckers, right? But it would sound better to say some shit like, hey, you know what? Can I borrow your muscles for a minute?
Can I borrow your muscles?
Yeah.
Which one sounds better?
Yeah, when you say, let me borrow your muscles.
When you're clever about it, right?
Yeah, then I'd be like, yeah, you can use these muscles.
Yeah,
I'm a manly man.
We have a kind of rule. We have a kind of rule that if I'm, like, overly affectionate and loving and lots of kisses, that I can get anything. I can say anything and I get a pass.
Oh, man. I think I can agree with that.
Yeah. But like in a genuine way.
Yeah. Facts. Look, it's not even
a lot of affection and then whatever you want. The answer is yes to everything after that.
Well, let me tell you this. You want to call that an agreement? It's not an agreement at all. That's not an agreement. That is some shit that a nigga cannot withstand. You can't
right.
You can't denounce that even if you wanted to.
But guess what? It also is just like makes it fun.
Yeah.
It's fun to do anyway.
Kisses, hugs, laughs, smiles. Man,
all of that. To me, the lovemaking isn't just what happens in the bed. It's all day long. It's the way you look at each other, the way you hold hands, the way you tend to each other, the way you think about each other. It's all day long.
Man.
The way you feel when someone walks in the door. It shouldn't just be that way when you're...
Wait, do you hear music when your man walks in the door?
Yes, absolutely. I hear music. I hear...
Lively up yourself.
No, I hear, what is that? The harp. Is that what
you hear a harp?
A harp. Yes.
Do we have a harp sound, LaRon?
I'm sure. Please.
I know, huh? You don't want to walk, man, you don't want to walk in the house and hear, she's a man-eater.
Oh, God, no. But I think that, I also, it's just more fun. It's just more fun if you, start, and, the man I'm with is not necessarily known to be like, he's known as like some kind of a ladies' man or something, but he definitely wasn't always open to being like this, like bubbly and affectionate and PDAing all over the place.
PDAing? What the hell is that?
You know PDA. Public displays
of affection? See, man, you got to get some to know some. I didn't know what that shit was.
Yeah, he's a full-on PDA.
Really? Oh, what you mean, like holding hands and letting other ladies see you?
Everything.
Oh, dang.
I mean, not everything. I'm sorry, not everything. But in public, we take a walk every day. And just before we go, as we're walking, he did it this morning. As we're walking and we're talking, we walk past, some kind of vagrant guy on the street or whatever, and he just takes me and twirls me around like we're in the middle of a dance, but it's in the middle of crossing the street. But he does it all the time. And I laugh, and today he said, why do you laugh when I do it? I said, because it's so cute.
Oh, that sounds too special for this show, man. I don't know, man.
No, it's a big old thuggy-ass Compton nigga, so I don't know, but
we're losers on this show.
Surprising kind of coming from him, but it's cute. It's really, it makes it fun. Or the other day we're walking into the Starbucks, and he decides to just pick me up and kiss me before we walk in as we walk in the Starbucks, and the whole Starbucks place was like, aw. So so it kind of spreads, you know.
Dang, that spread, man. He
I mean,
got
it
the
wasn't.
plague. He
Yeah,
must,
but that
he might
was
have
free,
something,
right?
man. He might need to go to the doctor for that one right there.
I mean, that's free to do, though, you know?
No, that is free. That didn't cost a thing, right?
No, just like your attention and the
Wow.
desire to want to. He wasn't like, you know, we were just getting a cup of coffee. It wasn't anything, any particular reason, anything that prompted that except just staying in that space.
Wow.
And I think that men aren't always, like, given the space to be, I don't know, like, I don't know if, like, men don't think it's cool to be in that space, but, and women, or they don't know how to be. Maybe that's one of the things I find is men don't always know how to be, so they need to show a man, one, that it's safe to be that way.
Dang, safe.
Yeah, it's safe. You're not going to, like, say he's corny or laugh at him or anything, you know, kind of mean. You're not going to heckle him.
They're all going to laugh at you.
In the back heckling him. You're not going to be on the phone talking shit to your friends about it.
Yeah, got you on speaker and shit.
Oh, God, did you see him?
All right. Oh, man, he'll never do it again.
But guess what? If you don't like the guy and he does something like that, it kind of will get heckled.
Yeah. Oh, that's
so you
his
gotta
fast.
make sure, like, she's crazy about you. That's when you do that.
Well, if you
don't
pick
do
somebody
any
up,
of this stuff
yeah,
for a girl you have a crush on.
You do not want to pick somebody up in Starbucks and kiss them in the air.
Right? when you're in the friend zone.
Yeah, they'd be like, arrest this man.
And also be careful, guys, of women that give you the "aw."
Oh, what's that?
Like when you hear that "aw,"
what does that mean?
That means like "aw, that's so cute." Like
Oh.
that's the friend zone.
Oh, is that
sound.
a friend zone? Oh, that means like you're more like a pathetic little dog, huh? A little puppy
Look at you.
that got
so
hit
cute.
by a car and shit.
Exactly.
Oh,
Dang.
dang.
Look at you. Mm-mm.
That's cold-blooded.
Beware of that.
Well, you know what, brothers, man, here's what I have to say to brothers, too, because it ain't always on the ladies. It's on us sometimes. And these fly, cool things you do to get your lady and to make her love you and follow you and everything, you got to keep doing it, man,
Yes.
or else, like, the balance is off, man.
Yeah, you cannot stop. You don't
cannot
stop when you get her. That's on both sides. A lot of times women are doing things to get married and being cute and
Doing things to get married? What you mean?
To get married?
Yeah.
You know, they want to get a wedding ring, so they're putting on their best show.
Oh.
And then, but I think men kind of feel like, I'm married. Do I still have to do that? Yeah, you do.
Man, you still got to keep your stomach where it was before.
Exactly. Really.
Niggas want to lay their stomach down on the love seat.
These pregnant-ass men, like, dude, this is not cool, and no one's saying anything about it. Like, really, no one's saying anything about it. So
yeah, you've been
I'm
pregnant
a
for
health coach
15
also,
years, nigga.
So let me not just talk shit, but I'm a health coach. So
Really?
help brothers with it. DM me, guys.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
Okay, let me ask you this question. What do you think is most important, or rank these 3 items? Truth, loyalty, and compassion. What's most important? Truth, loyalty, or compassion? Rank those.
I think truth breeds all of them. So I'm going to go with truth as first.
Oh, really? Oh, because if you're being truthful.
Yes, and truthful is not just truthful in one area. Truthful in I made a list of all the things I wanted, all the qualities I wanted in my mate, and on there was something like they're truthful in life, not just like I'm truthful here. No, you're truthful everywhere. Wherever you go, you're truthful. Now, so that means if you're out shopping and they happen to give you the wrong dinner, and it's lobster and it's expensive and you can get away with it, do you get away with it, or do you say, oh no, this wasn't mine, And then,
You're like, man, I thought this shit was a crab. I thought this shit was...
Right, are you trying to get away with it, or are you, truthful about it and say, oh, this wasn't, you're truthful in life,
Dang,
period.
man. Are you holding people to them standards?
I kind of am. I like when someone's just truthful
I would
in
take
life.
that lobster. Look, you can't give it to anybody else. Once you serve it to one person, they got to throw it away.
Well,
Louis the Lobster.
Right, that's what I mean. Like, oh, I took a bite, but can I have it, but it's not mine? You know what I mean? Whatever hustle you have to say to get it, but I'm just saying still.
Whichever kind of way.
Right. Can you sleep well at night when you do something you aren't really cool with? Like they give you an extra $500 at the bank. Do you keep it or not?
Mm-hmm.
What's really the right thing to do?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to say truth. And then that breeds the other two. Compassion.
Well, you could be living in truth but not have compassion. Some people go around hurting people's feelings and shit with shit, or not giving. I think
when you're truthful, like genuinely truthful, not because of fear or anything, but you're genuinely truthful. You're more courageous, and you're more aware. And when you're more aware, you're more intelligent. And when you're more intelligent, you're more understanding. I'm just this is not based on anything. It's just my own feeling.
Yeah.
You're more intelligent. When you're more intelligent, and because you're more aware and more intelligent, maybe you're able to see other sides of things, which being able to understand someone else's side makes you more compassionate or empathetic.
I guess so, huh? They are all connected.
I don't know. I'm kind of just making this connection. I don't know that there's necessarily any facts to it, but
it sure sounds like it was factual, right? But that's the whole thing about the relationship thing is it's gotta. To me, you got to take the rules out of it, and everybody owns their own rules.
Right, and what are the rules based on?
Based on bullshit. Based on Happy Days and Three's Company and shit.
Right. Things that no one saw.
Right.
So, it's kind of my feeling.
I wanted to say something out to the ladies out there, and you have to. This is one of the theories I have, and you can tell me if you want to agree or debunk it or speak on it. I feel that one place where ladies go wrong with guys is that they try to be the dude's mother.
Oh my God! Okay, let me say something about that. And I get it all the time because I'm a mom. Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. And what?
Oh, okay. And the thing about it is, to me, if you're gonna be this guy's mother, right? Which means you the stuff she used to do for him, you now do, and you're taking on that role for your man. If you become his mother, he's still gonna need a girlfriend because, like his real mother, he still needed you. Right.
Well, let me say this.
So I think you run a person away being his mom.
I have to be careful because I'm such a mom, right? I have to be very careful that I'm not sounding like a man's mother, right? Because I can easily sound like, come on, get your stuff, pick up this, do this, like naggy, like a mom, right?
Those are all motherly things you just said. You're on the right track.
So what I feel, but my response to that is, you're not my kid.
Right.
So do pick your shit up. Do put your things away. Do these. That's not being your mother. So don't make me sound like your mother by acting like my kid.
Oh, so he's forcing you into the mommy role? Yeah, right.
Yeah, don't act like you're not my kid. I'm not your mother, and you're not my kid.
Okay, but look, the things that mothers do, right? That's what I'm saying.
Nag you about shit.
That's part of it, right? But there's other things.
Let's talk about what comes before the nagging. There was something you didn't do before that. So there's some girlfriend-wife nagging. There's just wife nagging, but then there's mom nagging.
Well, there is mother nagging, right? There's mother nagging. But there's things that mothers do that's not necessarily negative, like washing all your clothes or cleaning your room, running to the store for you,
Well, I always
just
say that sometimes men don't even know, like, when they're getting, like, really amazing love and care from a wife or girlfriend, that it's really just good mothering. Like, some things I do for my partner, and I go, this is just like what I do for my kids. Like, oh, you want me to wash your body, wash your hair, help you with this?
damn, wash your body and your hair.
Yeah, wash your hair, wash your body, shower you. I would do that for my children. Want me to help you, like, lay out your clothes? That's mom shit. I don't know. You want me to think that for you?
It is mom shit.
Like,
I think after a while, it's like, damn, mom.
Right. Like, my children, I would give them a massage every night before they go to bed with essential oils.
What?
And, yeah, I would, like, play really soft music. So when that happens, I'm like, you don't want me to be your mom, but this is mom shit.
Right.
I learned how to do this for my kids.
Right. It's either like, choose, you want mommy shit or not.
Right. My guy will be like, he doesn't even care if I'm like, here, I'll brush your teeth. Just stand there. He's like, okay. That's definitely mom shit.
Right.
So don't like some of the mom shit and not all the mom shit. And I'm like, dude, take all your shoes. Put them away. Put this, that kind of stuff. Don't forget this.
Wow.
So you got,
But you find it in yourself to have to do that, and you don't have to do it, because if you're not there, he's going to remember to get his shoes.
No. I'm saying just remember it, so then I won't tell you. Like, again, we just set the agreements on how we live together. Right. True. And then we keep the agreement. That's all it is, even with the children, right?
Yeah.
Because it's not like being a mom would be like, okay, come on, Mike, let me show you how to walk across the street. This is how you tie your shoes. That's being your mom. So when you stop being a partner and not doing your half of the stuff, and usually what women are bitching and complaining about is are the things in the house, how the house runs and
right, exactly.
how you're moving around. Mm-hmm. Wife nagging is kind of like, where are you? Who are you talking to? Who's, that's kind of wife nagging.
Like, you're my manager. Oh, true.
Right. Like, who are you talking to? What did they say? Let me see. What's this? So. Oh,
that's true. There is a distinction. I never really thought about that. Mother nagging is like, pick up your stuff. You're going to be late.
Pick up your clothes, you're going to be late.
Right.
Don't forget this. Did you eat okay?
Yeah, that's mother nagging. True.
And it's only nagging when you didn't do it. Like, my man always goes, it's just annoying because I should have did it.
Right.
So is it nagging, or should you have done it?
Dang. Let me ask you this. Do you think there's one person in the world for another person? Like one perfect person that you may or may not ever meet?
Like a twin flame or something like that?
Yeah, like, do you think that, there's like, everyone has like a soulmate that's in the world somewhere?
I think you can, yeah. That, like, as they describe a twin flame, I don't know if it's a soulmate too, but twin flame is that it's the other half of you. It's your counterpart, right? And then you know that. So your heart has to be opened enough to encounter that. It's a real high frequency thing. So I do think there are very many instances of that. But it depends on the vibration you choose to operate at. But, this is a really interesting thing. So if you imagine that when if anyone has ever studied frequencies and hence vibrations out there, the highest frequency would be divinity. Whatever you call God, the author of the universe, all things created within that. And then it's the same vibration and frequency as love. So that's why I say it's all that matters. Does all the material stuff really matter? No, because if it all burned in a fire, what would matter? Right,
love. On your last dying day, when you're in a hospital bed, you're only thinking about who loves me. Right.
Right. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. That's how it all begins.
That's where motherfuckers get, a lot of people get killed over some love, bro.
Yep.
And the penitentiaries is filled up behind some love, man.
Yep.
Love is strong.
So you were asking, is there a twin flame?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you said soulmate. Yes, I do think so. I do think there is a soulmate for if you're operating like that.
Mm.
If you're scared of that for whatever reason, or angry with that, or you have, any kind of pain or sadness connected to it, you may not be open enough to receive it or even see it or feel it, but you will, it's the other side of an inhale, an exhale, So, yeah.
All right. Damn.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to keep my vibrations wide open.
Yeah. Yeah, you start to look at what matters, like the tedium of a day, and, anyone who had someone die who got on their nerves, whatever the thing was that got on their nerves, instantly didn't matter. Nothing else mattered.
Right.
And that's the only time you really can see it and feel it so clearly, is what mattered in the end.
Damn. I think that people can attract love to them or push it away. I think you have the powers.
Yeah, of course. Of course, easily. People do it all the time. I see it. I see people. Sometimes I see a lot of people just want, especially women, they just want the thing, but they're not really willing to be. The wholeness of life is like the reconstitution of life. So when you figure that each person is made up of a man and a woman, your mother and your father, a sperm and an egg, then the wholeness of life is when you reconstitute and reconnect to that other half. But if the women are trying to be so masculine and in competition, then it's not always harmonious.
Because the balance is off right there. If you,
yeah.
Just by what you just said so simply right there, that says balance is off.
Yeah. That's actually what my book is going to be about.
Really?
Yep. I'll come on your show and promote it.
Yeah, exactly. Let's get the writing then.
Yes.
Don't use me in it, though.
Definitely using you.
All right, y'all. Look, man, we're at the end of my hour, Daphne. Thanks for calling in, though.
Did we talk for an hour? We didn't talk for an hour, did we?
We talked for about, 50 minutes.
Okay. Well, thank you for having me. I appreciate it. It's always fun. I'm going to come on again soon and talk something about something. I don't know what.
Yeah. We're going to just inspire people, man. That's what it's all about in 2020. Inspiration.
Inspire people. So, thank you for having me. Thank your guests. And we'll do it again soon.
All right. Sounds good. Thanks, Daph. Thanks for calling.
Of course. Bye.
All right. Bye. All right, party people. Man, I love that discussion, man. We talked about some love deeper than I could ever go. Me and our surface level with this love stuff, man. We don't have no practice. All we want to know is that you feel good and you feel special and you're happy. Those are the things, man. And what can I do to get you there? That's all I want to know about. Period. Need no more extras. No more. I don't need any more nuances. Keep it simple. All right. This is Mike Robertson Boulevard on a Tuesday night. Love you guys. Have a nice, wonderful Valentine's Day on Friday, even if you don't care about Valentine's Day, which most of us guys really don't. But still, we participate and make somebody feel special, man. All right. This is Mike Robertson Boulevard. Thanks for joining. Follow me at King Mike Boogie on all my items. Mike Robertson on Facebook Live. We got LeBron in the building behind the boards. POTUS in the building. See you guys later, man. We out of here. All right, 1000G.
Hey, man, I love that loveliness right there. From sea to shining sea, I'm the only MC to see. From sea to shining sea, I'm the only MC to see.